Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Ellsworth. I'm going to be reminding you of what we went through in class with these problems if you want to go review it before you retake the test. But I'm also, after I'm done with this line right here, I'm going to go and show you something specifically about for more review, more than what we covered in class. Okay, so if we go and look at this first problem, we've got 5 divided by 6, so I'm going to write that out. I don't want to forget that negative, so I'll put that up there. And 6 does not go into 5, but it does go into 50, which is 8 times 6, which is 48. Okay, and then I subtract that, and I get a 2, and then bring that the 0. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and continue. So 6 goes into 23 times, and that is 18, and then I'll subtract it. Oh goodness, I see that this is going to be repeating. So the 3 is the only part that's repeating, so you'd only put that over 3. And I saw that some people did put the bar over both of them. That's a no-no. Only the part that's repeating. Okay, then next, this is going to be a -7, and then we're going to have some kind of decimal here. So, 2 divided by 5, because that's how you read this, 2 divided by 5. Okay, it does not go into 2, but it does go into 20. It goes in there 4 times, so 0.4, 0.4. Okay, and it'll be done. So you don't need to put any zeros or anything behind it. It's done. Okay, next thing, we need to change this one into fraction. I know that my answer is going to be 2, and it's going to have some kind of fraction. So I just got to read this. This is 8/100ths. So that's going to be 4 over 50 if you do that kind of reducing like lots of us do, and then reduce it again. You could divide it by 4 right away. Okay. And that's it. Okay. Negative. I need some kind of fraction here. And that's 45/100ths. Okay, so I can reduce these by 5. Okay, 5 goes into 45 9 times, and 5 goes into 120 times. There we go. Now for a little bit more review. Okay, so when you look at these next two kinds of problems, when you've got addition, okay, let me go and write this way. So we've got addition, okay, we've got subtraction, and we've got multiplication and division. So when you go and do this, okay, when you go do these, you may have to worry about integers, like I'll have to worry about integers with this one, but I need to have a common denominator. I do not need to worry about common denominators with these guys. Okay, and may have integer issues on all of these, so you have to still worry about those negatives. Okay, so integers is still an issue. So like for this one, you have to count the number of negatives whenever you multiply or you divide. Also, with these ones, if you've got a mixed number, okay, that's fine. I set mine on top of the other one, and I go and I do what I need to do with it so that they are fine. These ones, mixed numbers, you have to go and make it into an improper fraction. Have to go make it top heavy. Okay, and these two are almost identical except for this one you have to flip or use a reciprocal or the multiplicative inverse of the second fraction and then multiply. Okay? Okay, so these ones you still just have to worry about the signs and just like integers, but these ones you need a common denominator. Do not waste your time making a common denominator over here, because more steps that you do, the more rooms that you have for error. Okay, and on this side over here, those mixed numbers are fine. Just line them up. I put mine on top of each other, and then go ahead and do your math with it. Okay, let's go ahead and Okay, so let's go ahead with these problems here. And, okay, so I'm going to rewrite these with the common denominator, do my teacher talk here. And so we've got a 8 positives and 2 negatives, and so we have a total of you know, you got to take the difference of 2, take the sign of the largest, or else recognize that you've got 6 more positives than you do negatives, and that's over 15. And we need to go and reduce that. So we will divide those each by 3, and we will get 2/5. Okay. Looking at the next one, we know that a -3/7, you know, I like to do my reducing first. I know that some of you don't like that, but that's fine. I'm going to do it first. Anyway, so 3 goes into 9, and it goes into 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times, and it goes into -3, -1 times. Okay, and then we'll get on top a -4/21. Okay, and let me circle that. Moving on to the next one. And of course, you know that you can always stop, rewind, and go check out things a little bit better for your own pace. Okay, 3/5, and I need to flip the second one and multiply because we're dividing. 10 divided by 9, and I do like to do my reducing, you know, early. 3 goes into both 3 goes into 9 and 3. It goes in here once, and it goes in here 3 times. And also 5 goes into both of those too. 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 10 2 times. So this answer is just going to be 2 times 1 is going to be 2. 3 times 1 is just going to be 3. I'm going to double check my negatives. Nope, we're good. Okay, next one. This is subtraction, so I'm going to set this up. I've got 6 and 5/9. Don't need to do anything with this mixed number. Okay, and let's see, 9 and 12, 36 would be a great common denominator, so I'm going to rewrite this. We will have now with 36 on the bottom. Okay, and so that's times 4. Take times 4. Times 3. Times 3. And so I'm going to rewrite this a little bit nicer now. Oh, wait, I still have to borrow some. There's no way that I can go and take 20 and minus 33 with this and then these numbers here. So I have to borrow 36 out of here. Okay, and so I'm going to add 36 out of 36 on this top one. I borrowed 1 from here, so I have to add it here. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this whole thing nicer now. This is going to be 5 and 56/36 on top, and 4 33/36. Okay, now I can do some subtraction. This is great. I get a 3 on top, and I get a 2, 23/36, and then 5 minus 4 is a 1. And there's nothing else I can do to reduce that one. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do some addition. Again, don't worry about those mixed numbers. 7 and 3/4 plus 1 and 3/8. Okay, and so, oh, I better get common denominator. Okay, I need an 1/8 on both of them, so I just got to deal with this one. Times 2, times 2. I'm just going to scribble that out there. So we're going to go ahead and add these, so I get 9/8 right here. Oh, that's a problem. And then I've got 8. So it's really 8 plus 9/8. So let's go ahead and make this 1 and 1/8. We're going to add it to that 1/8. Okay. So we're going to get 9 and 1/8. Okay. Moving on, here's 1 1/2. And so it's kind of neat when you look at this. You can see that you've got a half, which would be 6/12 minus 11/12. I'm going to have to borrow that one anyway. Well, I'm going to go ahead and make this 3/2. And I'm skipping a step here because I know that I'm going to have to borrow one from this. Okay, and so I'm going to make these into 12ths now. So I'm going to convert this by multiplying this times 6. Times 6. I hope that my skipping a step there didn't bother you there. So that's 18/12 is this first fraction right here. I went and converted to 3/2 and made 18/12. And now I need to subtract 11/12 from that. And so you can see my answer is going to be 7/12. Okay, moving on. Here we've got division. We've got mixed numbers, so we have to make them top heavy or improper numbers, fractions. So here we go. We got 27, so we can have 28 over 9. And then we've got 6 plus 1, 1 times 6 plus 1 more is going to be 7 sixths. Okay, that's still division. I got to flip this second one and multiply, right? So 28 over 9 times 6 over 7. This is kind of cool. I can do some reducing first. 7 goes into both 28 and 7. Goes into there once, goes into this one 4 times. And 3 goes into both of those two. Okay, so 3, so divide this by 3, I get 2. Divide this one by 3 and I get 3. So I've got 8 thirds here, or it is going to be 3 and 2 thirds. Excuse me, no, it's going to be 2 and 2 thirds. Okay, and I've got to make this one top heavy too, so I've got 6 plus 1 more, so it's 7 halves, times 5 times 5 is 25, 26 fifths. Well, I can see that 2 can go into both of those two. Okay, divide this by 2 or else take half of it and you've got 13. Divide this by 2 and you got 1. So 7 times 13 would be 91 over 1 times 5 is 5. You can leave it like that, or you can also go in and change it. And 5 goes into 90 18 times, and I'd have 1 left over. There we go. Okay, and you could have also left this as 8 thirds either too. Okay, so what else have we got left here? Okay, the multiplicative inverse, you know, is just the reciprocal. That's it. So this one's going to be 9 sevenths. This one I've got to make top heavy, so it's going to be 12. I'm scared I'm going to forget that negative, so I'm going to put that in there right now. Okay, so I've got 12 plus more, so that's 13 thirds. Now I need to flip it, right? So it's going to be negative 3 over 13, and that's it. And this one is 11 over 1, and I need to flip it for my reciprocal, and I get a negative 1 over 11. It doesn't matter if your negative is on top or the bottom, or even in front, just as long as there's only one negative. Okay, write this as a fraction or mixed number. Remember, when there's a repeater bar over there, we've got a problem. We've got to put that over, we've got 1, 2, so I'm going to have 2 9s underneath that. So it's going to be 3 over 99. That's the trick to that. I'm going to forget that negative 2, so I'm going to put that in my answer circle here. Okay, and I got to just reduce this. Okay, because I'm supposed to write this as a mixed number. And I can divide this one by 3. Divide this one by 3. And I'm going to get 33 on the bottom and 1 on the top. There we go. Ooh, what happened there? That's a 3. Okay, next one, we've got to go and flip the second fraction and then multiply. Okay, so we can do some reducing here too. The b's cancel out because if they're the same value, they cancel out, right? And also it can reduce this guy right here too. 2 goes into 2 1 times, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. So 3a times 5 is going to be 15a, and then 1 times 7 is going to be 7. And that's it. Now, go back and review anything you need to, and then the test will be posted soon. I just finished making it, and I need to proofread it, and then I will send it out. See ya.